Alright, I have my goggles on and I'm ready to play. My name is Sloth154, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, Out of the Shadows.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
And we have to explain to our teammates why we destroyed the Mother Crystal. So, last episode we went to finish off Hugo Kupka. Our uncle joined us on the mission. And while fighting Hugo, the Lord Commander from Wooled convinced him to draw on the power of the Mother Stone. Now he did that and we whooped that ass. But he also ate the Mother Stone, which gave him a super boost in power. I hope I used it as a thumbnail. If not, you saw it when you watched the video. Watch the last video. There's the card. The chapter's called, I think, Ifrit versus the Mountain. It's an awesome fight. So, this episode, I don't know what we're gonna do next.
Why haven't we heard anything?
Oh, he's dead. Don't worry, townsfolk. He's dead. So, while we were fighting Kuka, we destroyed the Mother Crystal. Ifrit got a new ability. Ooh, new hunts.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
So, oh, and we also had another run-in with Ultima. Hey, little guy, where are the new hunts? So I had, ooh, it's 5. So I will do these in my own time. A person, an S-class hunt. Yeah, so we destroyed it. Oh, yeah. Last episode, we also had another run-in with Ultima. We're able to resist him, and he's probably going to try to kill everyone here so that Clive's will is weaker. Also, Joshua met up with Dion Lesage, who was usurped in his position for the future throne.
You're back.
Shit happened, guys.
And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen.
Yep.
I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It was one hell of a battle.
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Yeah, a mountain
Welcome home,
fought
Clive.
us.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
It would have been really helpful to have you with us.
Otto. Any word on the royalist movements since I've been away?
They use the orcs.
Put your feet up. If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Yeah, Vivian's our chief strategist. Well, technically, she's our chief strategist. Now, there's going to be in the next cut, I'm going to finish out these two side missions I have.
Conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
I got sent to the low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The
Space
scent
orcs.
of Walooders.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Walooders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall?
Because they want to destroy the Mother Crystals.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Cool. Let's see.
The kingdom of Walood claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. the Canvarian War of Independence in 849, the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, the Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest.
Huh.
But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies.
I think they want them to lose.
Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I'm
Okay.
not wanting you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are.
At times. Most of the time we're
Very
ruthless.
well. I'll go and spread the word.
Alright, we gotta go talk to people. So we gotta speak with Sharon Blackthorn Crides. Yeah, with everything that's going on, Wooled's gonna be our biggest obstacle. Not even the Sambresk. I hope we kill his mother. She deserves to die. She's done so much evil in the world. But I'm hoping that it's us who get revenge. But we gotta deal with Wooled, because Odin's the biggest threat. Dion Lesage is a good person. Barnabas, I don't know.
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
Yeah. We killed him.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning.
No, it started the worst part of our lives.
Try to live up to the name.
We are quite literally fighting the world at its status quo. This is going to be hard, bloody, and painful. Sharon?
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Yes.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen.
Oh,
It's
Karen.
true.
Still gonna call her Sharon.
Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then.
Well, we still have to look over our shoulders. We're
Start to get a crick in my
harboring a
neck.
bunch of runaway
Let it
slaves.
go to your head, though.
As runaway slaves. The world hates us.
And what can I do for you?
Let's go speak to Heprides. Hypothesis, here we are.
Ah, Clive.
Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No, to share.
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
God, he really he really
crying. He is. Big baby.
children.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally.
Children can be so
new
innocently
dawn has
cruel.
broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas,
Something, please.
no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But
Or
I
was
saw him.
sealed
My own
away.
eyes.
Forbidden knowledge.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has.
Even Joshua.
To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But
Might be
until
a
I do,
projection of his power.
my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Yeah, Otto. Alright,
I'm
Otto.
telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
That's right. I did my job. Hey, Otto. What next?
At every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the
Just
good
spreading
news.
the word.
Hopefully, someday, that news will be Annabella is dead.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
We buried him?
You're right.
Okay, we're going to the old hideaway.
Should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you.
Hopefully she
She's
doesn't
been
die.
going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Probably
Very
not for a long time.
I'll suggest it.
Alright, so we gotta go speak with Mid. Gonna go visit the grave. I mean, it should be common knowledge by now. That fight was beyond epic. Fuck, Bahamut versus Odin. Our battle literally reshaped the part of the world.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
She's turned this whole thing into a ship.
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
Yeah, we're going to space.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together.
Behemoth?
Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, we want to get
Good
you there
old
quickly.
Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The
Okay.
stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine.
Okay.
The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air.
I completely understand you.
And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
That sounds important.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here.
What do I have to
Show these
kill?
Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Okay. So we're on a bit of a fetch quest, but I can do that.
Not tell them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
All we need to do is be deadly and pretty.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters. Every one.
I hate this. I do hate this so much. This world just gives me a headache with anger and dislike. That means they did a really good job. This is nothing on the devs for what they built, but my fucking god. Reading and writing should just be common knowledge. Everyone should understand that, and as an adult, it should just be something you do. And the fact that someone has to be that happy that they learned to read and write proves how horrible this world has been. Alright, back on the mission.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Sure.
What with it?
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache.
She'll just come here herself.
What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Thermal plans.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help.
Alright.
Get Gavin in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical.
Hey, we're building a nation. We need a navy.
It takes to get her to visit Sid's grave. I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now,
Okay.
There's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy.
Stardust.
They call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Okay, we can do that.
We'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Oh, we all know where I'm going. Letting off steam. Alright. Right? Speak with Blackthorn.
You going after the Stardust then, are you?
Yep.
Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
I'm gonna flip a coin. Hold up, 1 second. I need my coin. My Victoria. Alright, so head auto tell Gav. 1 flip, 1 kill. Alright, we're going with Gav. Oh no, I ran over my goddamn headphones. Alright, we're going with Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil.
There we could go.
I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh?
Yeah, don't die.
Letting him fleece ya?
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Alright, so we're gonna make our way to the desert, and then I will have you guys rejoin me. I got some maintenance stuff to do, so I'll catch up to you. See you soon. Alright, time to finally get meet up with Sid. Oh, there we go.
Looks like I found the river.
Yep.
Where's Gav?
He's all the way over here. Right there, see? Waiting for us. So I did a few side missions and learned the how people here are coping with the loss of their mother crystal.
Sorry to keep you,
Building it
Gav.
together pretty well.
Better late
Zambresk
than
fell the
never.
fuck apart.
I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can.
Alright. We're gonna get attacked.
Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless.
That's because they don't know how to use it.
Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Alright. I did a few of the named hunts, but other than that, nothing else happened. You guys didn't miss much. Oh. Stardust.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
I think he's gonna use it to make a type of glass. No. I think he's gonna... Whatever it is. I don't know. I wish I knew. Oh, I have to collect 5. There's one more. I'm just not seeing. That I left the area. Oh, there it is. Hidden in the bush. Collect the stand, Clive.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
He's gonna be being attacked. Said that weird. Did you get my drift? Shovel would have been helpful.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
5 bags worth. Oh, if you're looking at my new armor, it's one of the updates they just gave us.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Sure, man. What do you need?
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is.
Yes, there is.
Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain?
A little
Hardly
bit.
ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
You're a good friend.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
Can we hug? Fine.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
All right. I'll see you there, Gav. I'll see you there.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
All right, so we got the sand. Let's see. Yeah, we got the sand. I'm gonna do a bit of exploring before I leave, but I will see you guys back at the hideout. So I'll see you soon.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Let's hope. I'm gonna get this done first. I did some of the named hunts while in between areas again. And yeah, we got some things done. Oh, thank God he's still alive.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
All right.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
Let's do that, Gav.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
All right.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Okay, let's go talk to Mid.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Honestly, we should have Gav running his own spy corps.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Hey, Mid, we got started on the project.
Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
So you figure out how to
We
do
don't
it.
have to.
I'm sorry?
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's the name? Learn your people's
What's
name.
the name? Right.
Unless that's actually her name. Helena.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat.
Okay.
That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force.
All right, combustion
Excess
engine.
heat is dealt with
No,
by
coal
means
engine.
of the thermal displacement stack, which
Okay.
disperses it into the surrounding air.
Uh-huh.
Were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, The rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating.
Obviously.
In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode.
Ah, that's
This
bad.
is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy.
I see.
Experiments
How?
have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why?
I see. That's very good.
If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand.
I don't. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
You might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin.
Thank you,
Where will I find
Clive.
it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
Okay, I could get there.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there.
What is it?
It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Oh, Helena, it's me.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
All right. We could do this. All right, letting off Steam 2. All right, put that in the notes. So we're gonna head to Lost Wing and then make our way to this ruin. So I'm going to do some, actually let me think. I'm gonna check on some things and I'll see you guys there. So this episode is gonna be a lot of jumping around. See you soon.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh yeah, they're at war. So I gotta make my way there. But yeah, one of the side missions I'm doing, what's his name? The guy who's in charge of this place. This guy.
What you have to do.
Quentin.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
Yeah, just call me when you need me. Yeah, so Quentin is in a beef. Well, it's pretty much just a personal beef that evolved into a city-to-city war with a guy who commands a regiment of the Black Shields. So at some point, I'm gonna come here for a battle and probably see this place either find them dead or with a bunch of dead Black Shields there. But there's a lot going on in the background due to the side missions I do. So I'm gonna get to this point, and then we can continue on with the story. All right, here we are. Where we need to be. Hey, Helena.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming.
What's gonna be here?
The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Of course. I'll be right back.
You might want to stand back. You don't want to get burned. Oh, this wasn't open before.
Anybody home?
Oh, shit.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Oh, you can't hit me.
You're a fine hound. Nice
try. Too slow.
Oh, you guys are about to see the upgraded Phoenix attack. And phase 2. There we go. Doing 50k damage on my stunned attacks now. Took care of that quickly.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You were watching. You saw how badly I kicked that thing's ass.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Gonna have an awesome ship. Eye of the Warrior. Alright, I'm gonna lead them to their work. Now, see you guys back at the camp. I mean, back at the hideout. Is it called the hideout? Back at home. So I'll see you guys soon. See you then.
I think Mid might need some help.
Hey, Mid, we got the second part. It's on its way. What do I need to do now?
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
Yep, one more to do.
Just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
Okay.
So,
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started.
Why not make it bigger?
I need something
No, she had to redesign it.
But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Hippocrates. Hippocrates.
Helms? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
Yeah, let's see what he has. He should know what he's doing. Hippocrates. Never gonna remember his name. Hippocrates. Need your help.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Thermal shielding designs.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
That would be hard.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps. It is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
That could work. I have no idea where you're getting at.
Histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to
Moon
resist
dew.
even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it.
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer.
Thank you.
If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Yeah, why not? Let's ask. We've had to build enough favors.
So you need a hand, do you?
Where's my coin?
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
All right.
Can we count on your aid?
I flipped my coin.
Always.
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
All right, letting off steam 3.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
I'm taking Jill with me.
So, Clive, who will accompany?
Yeah. Jill won this coin toss.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right?
Most
Everything
likely.
on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been
Makes
meaning
the
to
world
visit
easier.
Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
Yep, I'll see you there, Jill.
Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Alright, so I'm gonna make my way to Northreach, and I will see you guys once I get there. A lot of jumping around this episode.
Jill.
Where is she? Oh, there she is.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
No, that's bread.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though.
Most likely.
Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
All right. Just need some garlic.
You'll not find a bruised pippin in the... Fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
What can I interest you in today?
Oh, garlic. Yes.
I hope it's to your liking.
Gotta scare away some vampires.
There's two. What do you want?
Oh, fuck you. I came here to give you business.
And?
I also
That's
did one
what
of
you
my
want.
notorious hunts in
And?
between one of the cuts. What?
Good riddance.
I was.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
I hate some of the people on this.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
All anyone ever wants anymore.
Hey, Jill. Did you get the egg?
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Now let's
Garlic
make
and
this cake.
cacao nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Sure. Been a while since we had some time together.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
No, and he could fight back a lot better.
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
So a picnic?
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, it's not.
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we
The
can
work
live
will
on our
never
own
be
terms.
done.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia.
Yeah,
I'll see you at
let's
the
do that.
hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
You don't have to worry about me, Jill. I'm always safe. Alright, so we're gonna get back to Hippocrates. I might do a little bit of hunting on the way there, but I will see you guys back at the library. See you soon.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
It should be fairly difficult. You need an alchemist. An apothecary.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
It was a nice date.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
All right, let's do this.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
Oh yeah, she could open
you
an
have.
apothecary.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end.
It is.
A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Let's break the news to her. Quest complete. Gives me a lot of stuff.
Well,
all right.
I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Hey Mid, we got all your parts. Let's go visit the grave.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Yep.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Wait, to the Black Hammer. Oh, him.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Well, think about it as a practice for when you need to make fireproof armor.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid,
all right,
you
let's
get all the
take this
parts lined up on
outside.
the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. Is the ship done? Did we turn this whole place into a ship? No, we're just getting the parts fitted, aren't we? Oh, there's a mithril engine.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Okay.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
No promises. You're the best blacksmith we have. I said this is more your fault for not having apprentices. All right, we're going to this grave, Mid.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
Our dad's not here to see the engine.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it.
Well, have it do both.
We're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Don't.
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
Yes.
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
It will.
I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right. New missive.
Is that the thing
Nope.
Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack.
Oh, cool, kids. I'm gonna see something.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie.
I was doing the side mission and it got a cutscene.
And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
So we learned about Otto and Sid's relationship. So Sid, while he was working for the Royal Army, bought passage on a ship that Otto was working on. And Otto,
He never lost faith in what he believed.
soon after, quit his position on that ship because he got a woman pregnant.
Us, faith in him.
When the boy was born, when they named him.
So I swore to myself that
All
I'd
right.
always be right behind him, ready to catch.
I'll wait for you to
the
finish your
soul
story.
if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
No, you're fine. Friend died.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Was the last letter to his friend.
This note.
You gonna melt Otto's heart?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
Yep.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. before he went. But then, why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
It's because you were his best friend. That's how friends talk. Well, that's how guy friends talk.
You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
Thank you.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
You already have. Alright, so I finished that side quest. Alright, like I was saying, when Otto, we're gonna be going to the grave with him. When Otto had his first son, it turned out the son had the gift of magic, meaning that he had to be handed over to the authorities to be branded and shipped off to slavery. Otto loved his son like any parent should and didn't want to sell him out, but his wife and the rest of his family did, so he lost his son to the system. Now, he wanted to just start, you know, do anything a parent who lost their child does and, you know, flip the fuck out. But Sid was his friend who helped him through those situations. And it's because of what Otto lost that Sid left his position in the Royal as the Lord Commander of the Royalist. So that's what he was telling us before I brought you guys back during that cutscene. So let's do this. So now we're gonna go to this graveyard because I spent a lot of time doing side missions and
Asterix.
hunts.
Finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl would do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave.
It's hard.
No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
Yep.
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing.
See, I thought that too.
Off with a canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
You're not running away from me.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
We're gonna hunt you down.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Always going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, My journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strong box with us, but his considerable knowledge of the ongoings in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Talmon's project is quite valiant, I'm just gonna skip that word. Enterprise. I doubt the Cavarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyard, no matter how deserted. And if rumors have already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door, which is why I penned you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal all your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Baron. Valiant. That's the word.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Yes.
It seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next
We could
time
track her
you go
down.
visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
I will.
All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Yeah. Well, Jill's kind of trustworthy. So we're going to the old hideout. Sid's legacy. Oh, they couldn't build an actual grave, so they had to do that.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me.
Do you? I don't.
If no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Yeah.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
With free ideals.
May we join you?
Goats. And Karen. Jaren.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Gonna drag mid here next time.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
No.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days.
Oh.
I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Extremely. But that means soon I will have my revenge.
You do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goats? Really?
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins?
Yes.
I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader. Assuming you've no better ideas.
I mean, the man looks like he can punch
You
a
wanted to buy yourself some tools,
monster to
didn't
death
you?
by
Well, now's
accident.
your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop
About to
that,
get
you
slapped.
break me bones, you great galoot.
Goats, please don't die.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth.
I know it's
between
goots,
the
but I call them
Dominion and the
goats.
Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass, and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen.
I was gonna prime jump and just burn
Have you
everything.
with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
You survived a lot. I like the armors they gave us.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Eastern Dalmekia. Onward.
How
All
are you
right.
feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, I am too.
Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
All right, guys, I'm going to end this episode here. We have done a few things. But mainly, this was a reprieve after our big fight with Titan. We did Mid's missions, which were pretty much just us going out with our crew, the main people, the lead people, and in the hideaway, and having a nice talk and time together. I did some I did a lot of side missions and a lot of notorious monster hunts. So I'm gonna end this here. I've been going for a while. Not that you guys think. I've been pretty good with the time on this one. I want to keep going, but I know if I keep going, I'm gonna go past my what I'm trying to do with my timing on each episode. So If you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Check out the description. I'll have a link to the playlist for this series and other games I played on my channel. Tell me in the comment section what you think about the game, what you think about Cid's legacy, and what you think about Mid not being able to see her father's grave. Because I understand why she didn't go. It's just, it's funny to think that she just started rowing in a direction to get away from the prospect of seeing her dad's grave. So, talk to me in the comment section. If you made this far in the video, Prime thanks you. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.